Okay, let's get this thing apart. Get the carburetor out of my way. Let's see, the carb's still attached here. Can take this cover off. If I take off this cover, there's probably some kind of a linkage thing we can take off to get this out of here. But for now, it's just sitting there. No big deal. Carb comes off. Cable can just lay here. Not an issue. What the hell is going on with that? That I've never seen before. Okay. Got some kind of modern mileage increaser or turbulator thing. Look at it, got a threaded bung inside the damn hole. I guess that's a restrictor because it's massive flow in this carburetor. Check this out. See, it's such a massive carburetor for this motor. They stuck this restrictor in here, or this modern fuel turbulator, to get better mileage.
No shit.
More efficient. I'm thinking that's a restrictor for a kid. What do you think?
Right on.
So you got some kind of a bolt that looks about that big. We'll try to yank that out right now. We got access to it?
No.
You don't have anything?
That's a strong no. I do not have.
No bolts at all. Okay, well we got to.
I mean, not something on that scale.
Yeah, well that's pretty. I bet you that's a restrictor. Pretty fancy. Never seen that before. Cool. If you pull these two screws off this carburetor, there's probably something this line hooks into. You get this off, and that gets the carburetor out of the way.
All right.
Well, let's get the top end off first.
Right.
This one come off now. Okay. This one come off now. Oh, there's no broken parts in there. That's a good sign. I'm assuming the cylinder just slides up also. Oh, we got an oiler thing we got to take off. That's another 8 probably. Was that? Yeah, that comes off.
Can I not make it back with my tool?
It's bigger than this. That's an 8, we need a 9. It don't look like a 10 to me, but I don't know that good on metric.
That was a 10 in your hand.
That was a 10?
Sir.
Need something bigger.
Bring the next two bigger.
That one. Is that 11 then? It's always bigger to have more extension, that we don't beat your hands to get shit. First thing you learn about being a mechanic, get the hell away from the vehicle so you can do stuff easier. So these are stupid. Why do you make them things? That's not a long
Listen,
one.
take.
Why don't you have a 6-inch one?
Oh, I got a 6-inch.
I want to get away from the damn motor so I don't take my knuckles off. Hey, look at that. See, now you got something to work with. Not only that, you can also center it up so you don't bend the thing off. See that? You can hold stuff like that without bending it.
So nice.
Look at the massive size of that screw. Now, if you think that you're going to find that one anywhere, it's a banjo bolt with a thread with a hole in it. It's hollow. So, chances are, if you lose that,
we're in big trouble.
you're going to have to make it. See, there's the hole going in it. So I'd recommend that you do not lose this part. Now, it might get broken off in here, so probably be a better idea to put it somewhere where it doesn't get broken, but we're going to leave it in there for now.
Okay.
Be a better chance of breaking it that way. Okay. So, there's no hole in the piston. Appears to be a stroker motor. Oh, the gasket's still good. We can reuse the head gasket. It's paper and it's hard as a rock, but I'm sure it'll still work. But we can silver paint on that sucker. It appears to be a 2-stroke. This weighs about half the weight of the motor. Look at the size of that baby crank. A little Caesar salad in there, huh? Look at the size of the crankshaft. Feel heavy that cylinder. It's 20 pounds.
Whew, it is half the weight of the motor. Broken rings, it appears.
Okay. What rings? Oh, there's one.
There's one.
Where'd the rest go?
You know where the rest are.
Out the pipe or in the motor?
You know they're down there. Guaranteed.
So you mean you're going to take the whole motor apart now?
Guaranteed they're in the bottom.
Look at the size. That's a large stroke there. Oh, that alternator's huge. You don't want to come back up again. It's got a hell of an alternator. They just shoved that sucker right all over him. walk that pig up. All right,
It turned
so
over freely. I mean, it kicked freely.
well, they do have brand new cranks, so I was hoping to get the idea how loose the rod is. It's not too bad on the rod. Okay, these have little clip pins. You take the snap rings. Looks like it's missing the clip out of there.
Yeah.
And it looks like it parted company on the side of the piston.
Yeah. What do you think that's at?
I don't
Think that
know.
one in the tailpipe too?
Do you see one on this side too, or is it missing also? Looks like they're both missing.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you get a little punch? 7/16 would be nice. Yeah, this got all kinds of issues with this motor. It's turned into an overhaul. It looked. Didn't we just go through that with this other bike we just worked on? Damn, that is stiff. That thing does not want to come back up. That's more than just a magnet.
It's weird because when I would kick it would kick over real freely.
I know. I don't think there's any clips on this motor. That's a punch? It's way too big. You should get like a 3/8 extension, or you actually got a piece of metal, a punch? What are those punches are you punch? You got straight ones? Not this, not these tapered things? That's not straight. Concrete drill. It almost worked.
It's negative.
Negative, Tori? Okay. How about a quarter drive socket to go along with this extension?
Sure. Is that too small?
Could go a little bigger than that. Let's bring the kid over here. Did it come out? Perfect. Okay, give me that 4-inch one, I never use 3-inch. So you want to beat on this side or this side, that doesn't matter. Okay. What we need to do is hold the screwdriver in here like this.
Yep.
Just leverage it against the table.
Yep.
Like a steel hammer. I don't really want to hit it with steel, but it's going to need to be steel. Is it moving?
Doesn't appear to be.
Try the smallest socket. Might be a retainer there I'm hitting on, I can't tell. I have to hit on the 7 I hit on now. You jammed in there?
Yeah.
That
Let me
moved.
come up.
That moved.
Hold on. Yeah, it is moving.
Okay, bring it out. Okay, hold this here and hit it like this one I'm doing here with the fingers. Maybe just hold the punch right there, like the piston. Factory removal tool. What size is that? 8mm? That is an American. Can't read it, but it's American.
5/16.
Bearing still looks good. Rod's not blue or anything. Looks good. Put that in your bucket over there. The bucket's laying right there. Okay, so we know we need a new one of these. What?
It's a pin.
Yeah, we're probably going to need a pin because I don't know if the piston comes with anything. This pin looks fine, so we can reuse it. Didn't do any damage to it. Let's put it back in the pile. So we're going to have to, obviously we need 2 retainers, and then whatever size piston it says we need.
Obviously these need to be split as well.
The crank feels like it's okay. Doesn't feel bad or anything.
But with those rings missing, they're probably down there, right?
Well, you gotta take the whole thing apart. So you're gonna need a gasket, seal, set. I don't know what kind of things are in it. You gotta take this thing apart and give you something to do in your spare time. I would probably maybe remove the restrictor to go faster.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to play with the porting, you can grind the ports up a little bit higher and make it go faster.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go read a comic book on how to do that, but they'll can tell you how much to raise them up. Maybe somebody could tell us, how far do you raise the ports up or go down to get more cam timing to make it run higher RPM? So that's what we need to know. Now the other thing we can do is we can see maybe there's a piston we can hit that has the same bore size and everything, it's better quality piston in it, but I don't know.
How's the cylinder look in there?
Cylinder?
Trash?
Doesn't matter, we're gonna bore it.
Right. How does it look though?
Got some nice big grooving in there. It's groovy right here. I don't know what's up with that. Just put your finger, close your eyes, put your finger in and feel. How's it feel? Is it rougher or smoother than your floor? It's gonna have to go bigger. Let's see. Grab that. Clean your hands, pull your book out.
What bucket? What do you want?
Book.
Book.
Parts book.
Okay.
I'll put this on metric because it's American foreign. Foreign. This is 48 mil, so I'm assuming it's standard. 47.98. So you need 2 mil over, which the piston's available cheaper than the standard. I think there's a whole piston available with everything on it.
Piston ring assembly 2.0, 4.0.
Yeah.
It's like three different sizes.
Yeah, there's pistons right there, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. 0.2 is 20 millimeter over, 20 thou, I think. No, that wouldn't be millimeter. What's millimeter? Why would it be 0.2? It wouldn't be 0.2. A millimeter is 40 thousandths. So 0.2 is 10.
0.2 is 10 thou. So you have 10, 20, and 30, right?
Yeah, so
That's what that's saying.
I don't know if that would clean at 10. I have to hone it and see what it comes in at, but we need to look for a 2 and a 4.
Okay.
Or we bore it out and go to something bigger. So maybe somebody has something better idea what we use for a piston. Right now we have a 48 millimeter now. We need to go bigger, half a mil. Oh, that's what we need. So that'd be a 48 and a half. And then the compression height, which is only really matters. It's about 26 and a half mil. 26 mil. Probably 26 millimeter compression height. And then the wrist pin is, I think it's all screwed up. It's 13.12, so it's probably worn. So it's probably 13 millimeter. It's 13.1, pretty consistent though. That's a weird size. I wonder if that's American.
You want to measure the pin?
Oh, wrong button. Yeah, what's the pin? 13 millimeter pin by 40, but it doesn't matter the length. So if you come up with a piston that's the right dimension, we don't have to use this crappy piston, we get a better piston. And then the windows and stuff can be modified. These things can be cut easily. There's always ways of modifying stuff. But either way, if we can find a piston that's that size, it'll work. I'm assuming it's a standard. There's a number on this thing right here.
.48.
More numbers. I have no idea where my pocket knife is so dull all the time. Well, that's an arrow. That way you know how to put it together.
Yep.
I'm guessing that says 48 for 48 mil. 50 maybe it says there, I'm not sure. What do you got says? 48 and then a 50 something on the front?
48 SC.
48 SC.
With an error.
I'm assuming that's standard, but I don't know. It's 48 mil. You have to look at the bore and stroke. If you had the service manual, it would tell you the bore and stroke in the morning.
Yeah, I'll go after it.
The Rider Handbook has it also. The Rider Handbook would have it too, but the parts book will not. So I'm surprised they don't list the actual what the, well, why would they tell you what size of bore? It'd be too easy. That information would be in the service book. So there's going to be a gasket in here.
Yeah.
When you split the case, there's a couple gaskets. So that's a gasket. That's probably just a car. I think there's only one gasket between the case halves. Looks like there's only one. There's going to be some really raunchy ass seals in there, probably old as God.
Right.
And the ones that are going to be replaced are probably just as old.
Worst case scenario, just make new ones, right? If we have to pattern them.
The base and head gaskets are available brand new. The seals, I think that's the problem. They're rubber.
Right.
They get old. They get hard. This plastic intake thing here might leak too, but it's, you put a little goop on it, it should be fine. This gasket here, right now, we can just put some goop on it and it'll be good to go. The head gasket, you can probably silver paint it, but whatever. They're available, they were cheap, they're only like $5-8 for a gasket, big deal. Buy new ones.
Oh yeah. Listen, anything is available to rebuild, we'll buy it.
I gave you 3 different people that had the parts to get them, so.
Yeah.
So
Well, now we didn't know exactly for sure what I had. We were guessing it was X90. Now we know it's an X90.
yeah, well, I knew once I saw the VIN number, I knew that. But once I got a hold of that parts book that identified what it was, I knew, because I knew you had a 2D motor. But we didn't know what we didn't know, quality, what the piston and the crank look like. So the crank feels fine. The piston is definitely trash, but there's no damage. So I don't know if the rings did any damage inside the motor. My guess is probably not. So there's no holes, there's no leakage, so how bad could it be?
Yeah.
A lot of it probably blew out the damn tailpipe anyway. Went through the port and blew it out the side. The biggest thing is it's not in the combustion chamber, so it's good.
Yeah.
There's no damage there. You can mill the head a little bit to get a little more squeeze out of it, and that'll give you a little more power. There's always tricks to make these things run better.
Mm-hmm. So you gonna write it when we get it together?
So I don't know, what's the head gasket thickness? If the gasket's a thick composite gasket, you can put a copper one in there that's nothing.
Uh-huh.
It's real thin. Put 20 thou gasket in there.
Pretty thick.
Yeah, it's a pretty thick gasket. You can put a copper one in there. Make a copper one out of some 20 thou dead soft or some 15 thou.
Yeah.
37,000, so yeah, that 20 thou would take a big difference on the compression.
Maybe a little more squeeze.
Yeah, it'll bump it up to run better. Worst case, you put the stock gasket back in if it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a piston head clearance you got to check on, but I bet you it's probably a mile away. Harley's not known for pushing their numbers on those things at all. I imagine clutch and all that's probably fine. They had that stupid restrictor. I don't even know how they cooked the damn thing that restricted so much.
I didn't think about a picture, but this is the
It is a 3/4 plug length that goes in this.
oldest bike I owned by 10 years.
10 years older than you, huh? There you go.
No, 10 years older than my RT,
Well,
which is the oldest one I got.
no, Knuckle is your oldest. You just haven't finished it yet.
That's right, 1947. Woo! You're gonna see that one coming up. We're gonna build all of it. Crank up, and there's gonna be a lot of.
Got a set of cases, they get a bike. That's all it
Yeah.
takes. Everything else will come up with. Might have a set of heads tomorrow.
Yeah, we might have new heads tomorrow.
All right, that's it for this. What time is it?
Late.
How many hours
but
we got? I got to be home by 10.
It is now 1 o'clock.
So
we haven't eaten anything but a sandwich.
I had a
And,
2-year-old sandwich that was really nice, but he doesn't like them. And I had a shake, not a malt too, a shake.
Well, yeah. We figured out malts are with powdered milk.
That's right.
Old school shit.
Shakes are made out of real milk.
Right.
All right,
We're
that's
gonna
it for
eat some
Vegas.
steak now.
That's it for Vegas. We'll have to wait until next year to see the bike run, unless he sends a video. All right, that's
Maybe we'll
it.
just write it down to you.
You could do that too. All right, we're out of here.